Hello everybody and welcome back to Expert Examiner IELTS. My name is Glyn and in this video we're going to do some more writing feedback. Again, we have an IELTS writing academic essay task 2. We start as always by looking at the question. So some people think that social networking sites, so places like Facebook and Instagram and things like that, social networking sites have a huge negative impact. Maybe hugely negative impact. So don't know where the candidate got the question from, but have a huge negative impact. Maybe it's okay. On both. So this is important, both individuals and society. So if the candidate only speaks about individuals, there will be a problem. If the candidate only speaks about society, there will be a problem. So you have to deal with both individuals. It is important, both individuals and society. So you have to nail those points. Of course, there's a lot of overlap between individuals and society, but it is important to read questions to understand exactly what we're talking about, what is required, and a negative impact. Not just an impact, but a negative impact. It's problematic. There are bad things. Social networking sites like Facebook, like Instagram, they do a lot of bad things, not to individuals and also to society. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Now, you can take the middle position here, but I believe it is much easier for you. It is much easier for the examiner, for everyone in the world, if you just choose agree or disagree. Just choose one. Do you agree or do you disagree? Doesn't have to be your real honest opinion. You can make it up. You can just pick a side. If you are a good IELTS essay writer, you should be able to write either side of this position for any essay. But okay. So a nice structure here. Introduction would give us some background information, perhaps about social networking sites and their popularity. Some reference to this question, i.e. or the idea that they have a negative impact on individuals and society. And also I want to see what the candidate's position is. I want to see if the candidate agrees or disagrees with this point of view in the introduction. Body paragraph 1, I think it's logical here. Body paragraph 1 to talk about the negative effects of social networking sites on individuals. Body paragraph 2 to talk about the negative effects of the social networking sites on society. I think two negative effects, perfect. Conclusion, a quick summary of our idea, and then maybe some type of reflective comment, something like, so governments should be careful when creating laws, or governments should do better at regulating these platforms, or something like this. That would be fine. So let's see what the candidate has for us. As always, I haven't read the candidate's response. I've only copied and pasted it. I haven't read the response at all. So this is all my first impression. So first thing I want to look for is number of paragraphs and the balance. So we see, first of all, that introduction is too small. It is it's two sentences. It's just too small. It's just too small. Look at it. It's tiny. 2 lines. Then we get long body paragraph, slightly shorter body paragraph, and then a tiny conclusion. So the balance of the essay already is wrong, or is already problematic, shall we say. So firstly, I can give advice to the candidate on a number of things already. Firstly, candidate has only written 243 words. You must write at least 250 words. Here's piece of advice number 1. Without even reading your work, write at least 250 words. If you are submitting an essay to me that is fewer than 250 words, I think it's clear you're not a very serious IELTS candidate. Just my opinion. And second bit of advice, you have to make your introduction longer and you have to make your conclusion longer. This isn't a paragraph. Paragraphs are not a line and a half long. That's not the length of a paragraph. So candidate obviously doesn't really know what a paragraph should be. So already we can see problems. Without even reading one word of the candidate's writing, we can already see candidate hasn't prepared well. Candidate isn't ready to take IELTS yet, but maybe his writing is good. Who knows? Who knows? Let's see. It is argued that social platforms. So that's not how you spell platform. I don't know. Platforms, is it a typo? We get platforms there. That's twice. Platform. So 4 times the candidate has misspelled platform. So okay, maybe it's just a misspelled word. It is argued that social platforms. Now, I've never heard these called social platforms, social networking sites. That's not the same as a social platform. So yeah, it's strange. Have bad effect. Okay. Bad effect on a person as well as the community. Okay, a person it as a replacement for individuals as well as the community in response to society. Cool. Notice this, there are no spaces here. Again, a little bit of evidence, another little bit of evidence that tells me candidate isn't serious about his IELTS writing. Candidate just doesn't, either isn't prepared or doesn't know. So there are a couple of things here. Either the candidate doesn't know that we should put a space after a period, after a full stop, or the candidate knows it but doesn't care enough about his writing to fix it. In either situation here, it's a problem. Sorry. And I don't mean this to be like, you are a bad person. You're probably a wonderful person. You're probably a very nice person. But, you have some really important things to do before you think about taking IELTS. I completely disagree with the statement. Okay, so it's very, very short. It's very blunt, but it does the job of, introducing the idea and stating the position. So in a very basic and direct way, the introduction does its job. To initiate with. So this is a great example of why it isn't, we should be careful with synonymy. So in English, we have synonyms, but we have partial synonyms. Now, initiate, like to initiate a conversation, is the same as to start a conversation. But in the expression to start with or to begin with, we can't replace start with initiate. So there are some times when start can be replaced by initiate. But there are some times when start can't be replaced with initiate. So they are not fully interchangeable. But the candidate doesn't know that, and the candidate has probably been told, probably saw one of those social media IELTS platforms that says normal language, start, IELTS language, initiate. That's the type of mistakes that we expect to see when candidates just follow the advice of what they read on social media. But I don't know. Maybe it's just a mistake. To initiate with, there are a number of reasons why I believe. Well, we want to talk. I mean, okay, you can introduce it this way, but I just think, one reason or one negative effect on individuals is blah, blah, blah. Just get straight into it. Just start talking about the first one. So initiate, there are a number of reasons why I believe social media platforms have positive side. Okay, cool, but just tell us this. So this sentence is absolutely irrelevant. We don't need it. Just get straight into it. So one possible reason is that people are able to communicate with their families. People with their families, relatives and families, same thing, no? Childhood friends and so on, through the social media's apps, such as Telegram should be capitalized, and we don't need a comma here, such as Telegram, WhatsApp, Messenger. Okay, don't use etc. in a piece of academic writing. Don't use it. Also, you need to capitalize WhatsApp and Messenger. Also, you need a space between, after a comma. After a full stop, you need a space. After a comma, you need a space. After a full stop, you need a space. As a result, good signposting language, I guess. Okay, as a result, easily they continue. Strange word order. Easily they continue their relationship with them. It's not really clear who these pronouns refer to. They. Who is they? They continue their relationship with them. It's a lot of ambiguity here. A lot of, well, who is this they? Continue whose relationship with them? Who is them? By the social media, maybe through the social media, with the help of the social media. But okay, social media website. Not only this one, but this one what? I don't know what this one talks about. But also a lot of people are doing business through the social sites. Again, punctuation is just bad because we need that space. For example, good. So some cohesion is okay here. For example, cloth business. Don't know what cloth business. Clothing, clothes business maybe. I don't know if you're really talking about cloths, are you? Like the things we hold in our hand to clean things? Or are you talking about clothes? Shoes business and variety. So misspelling of variety of businesses. Okay, so trying to make sense of this. Not only this one, but also a lot of people are doing business through the social sites. For example, cloth business, shoe business, and variety of businesses which are helping them to earn money. Not sure what the main verb in this is, so I'm just confused by that. So another potential reason is that unemployed, it's not a potential reason here. Another potential benefit, another potential advantage, another potential upside, another valuable upside is that unemployed people, I don't think you should be misspelling people, it's a very common word, are getting job, just one job, getting a job maybe, or getting jobs from the different applications without any hesitation. I don't know what this without hesitation is for. Just feels like the candidate knows the phrase without any hesitation and is just using it, hoping that it will work, but it doesn't really work here. So, okay, body paragraph. I'm quite clear on the candidate's views of the benefits of social media, that he says that it can help us to keep in touch with our friends and family, it can help businesses to make money, and also it can help people to find a job. So there are 3 benefits of social media here. And is that, I guess that's about individuals, individuals who keep in touch, individuals who do business, and individuals who are looking for a job. So maybe now we'll get to body paragraph 2, which should talk about society. I will say it's not very well written in terms of language, but the ideas are clear. So that's pretty cool. In addition, cool variety, so a variety of, and variety is misspelt. A variety of information. So information is an uncountable noun in English. It doesn't have a plural form. So a variety of information is being searched. Okay, cool. We have some continuous passive here. Are being searched by people from Google. Again, capital letter needed. And I would expect candidates to know how to write Google. As a consequence, a variety of informations are being searched by people from Google. Still don't know if you're going to get to social media platforms, because Google isn't a social media platform. As a consequence, they may expand their knowledge. Okay, people might expand their knowledge by searching things in Google. Okay, explain. For instance, when I need any kind of information according to study or place, no, not information according to, and again, according to study or place, I just don't know what this means here. I search YouTube or Google. Google misspelt. No, is YouTube a social media platform? Arguably, but Google isn't. It's a search engine. These are the parts of social platform. Are they? Is Google a part of a social platform? I don't know. We have to obey that social media makes our life easier. What do you mean obey here? Maybe accept that social media makes our life easier. Without this platform, there's not just one social media platform, is there? Without these platforms, perhaps? Because there's not just one social media platform. We cannot think anything. Well, that's not true. We humans have existed for at least, 100,000, 200,000 years. For 99.99999% of that time, we haven't had social media platforms, but we have been able to think. So it's not true to say that we cannot think anything without social media platforms. All the problems solution are here. Which problems? Problems is maybe apostrophe after the S. All the problem solutions are here. Where? On social media platforms? I don't know if the hard problem of consciousness is on social media platforms. I don't know. I don't think so. Finally, by using social site, influencer, just one social site, just one influencer, influencer are becoming popular as well as they are representing our society to the world. So not much. There is a mention of society, a reference to society, but there isn't really much in terms of an argument that explains why social media is good for society. Candidate says that we can learn information on YouTube and Google. Candidate says that social platforms have the answer to all problems. Not sure that's true. And the candidate says that influence become popular, but doesn't explain how that's really a benefit to society. So while I was quite informed about body paragraph 1, I can't say I was really informed with relevance with respect to the question. I can't say I'm really informed about the benefits of social media on a societal level based on this paragraph. In conclusion, conclusion is spelled wrong. Learn how to spell in conclusion. You'll use it in every single essay. So, get that right. Considering the factors discussed above. Okay, the factors discussed above. I like that, considering the factors discussed above. This is a nice little embedded relative passive clause. Very nice, very nice. I believe social platforms have a lot of advantages. So advantages, misspelt. Platforms, again, misspelt. Again, conclusion includes no summary, no extra information, no reflective comment or anything like this, just a restating of the candidate's position, which is good, but it's not enough, so we need more. Okay, so task response. I'm only going to give a 5 for this because I don't think it's set up nicely. I don't think it ends really with a suitable conclusion. And I am aware of the main points in half of it, like the benefits for individuals, but I don't really see any real benefits for society, not clearly. So task response, I'm going to give a 5. Oh. And also, even if I was thinking, well, maybe I could give it a 6, well, not enough words, so I'm going to give 5. Coherence and cohesion. Do think this is better. I think maybe there is even enough for a 6 here. There are some really, really dodgy cases. No, I think dropping it to a 5. Sorry, just for that body paragraph 2 again. But a couple of reasons. So firstly, the good thing, it's split into 4 paragraphs. There's a clear introduction. There's a clear body paragraph, conclusion. I like that structure. Cool. Good job. The work is organized in a logical way too, where we start with the individuals and then we try to move on to society. Cool. There's a huge problem with coherence here where I just don't always understand. We have to obey that social media make our life easier. We cannot think anything without this platform. All the problem solutions are here. These are just stacked sentences without any linking devices. Yeah, this paragraph is particularly poor, but there are some other good examples of cohesion, like good signposting language. In addition, for example, we get for instance somewhere too. Don't see it right now. Oh, there it is, for instance. So, there are good bits of signposting language. We get in conclusion, misspelt, but okay, good signposting language to tell the reader where we are. Finally, so the candidate does make use of some good cohesive devices, but for me, the overall cohesion, especially in this paragraph, is just weak. Yeah, lexical resource. I think I will give 5 to, and I think for GRA I will give 5, so giving 5 was across the board. Candid does use some good language, but there are so many spelling errors. Platforms, advantages, conclusion, people, Google, variety. These are all quite basic bits of language. There are strange language choices too, like we have to obey and then throwing in without any hesitation, just guessing and hoping it will be right. Candidate doesn't really demonstrate a full understanding of the vocab that he uses. Cloth business is kind of understandable as clothes business or clothes industry. Singular and plural nouns are mixed up all the time here too. Yeah, so for me, 5 for lexical resource. Grammar, there are some, attempts at more complex grammar are being searched, but then we get informations. Yeah, information. So doesn't really know again about uncountable nouns. This sentence is a strange one. There doesn't seem to be a main verb there. Sorry, not this one. This one. For example, cloth business, shoe business, and variety of business which are helping them to earn money. Well, what is the? That feels like a very large, complex noun group, but there's no verb with it. So that's a little bit strange. Yeah, so I think probably, yeah, there's just a lack of control of grammar. But there are some attempts to use some nice grammar. I like this by using social site. It should be social sites, not site. And I also really love this considering the factors discussed above. So there are flashes of really good grammar there, but for me, the accuracy just pulls it down. So overall, you might find this one easy to guess overall it is 5.0, which is intermediate B1, and I think that is a fair reflection. The candidate does show flashes of good language, but it seems clear to me the candidate doesn't really know about punctuation, about putting spaces after full stops and commas, about using capital letters for proper nouns. Candidate doesn't really know what a paragraph should look like, and so these are all very, very basic mistakes. If the candidate is on the beginning of his IELTS journey, then cool. I think you probably do have enough language that you can, if you're looking for a 6.5 in IELTS, you probably have enough language to maybe get the 6.5 if your exam technique is very good. So I do see evidence of some decent language, and you probably could push for 6.0, 6.5 if you have a good teacher that's working with you, though you are committed, you have a good strategy to learn how to do IELTS. At the moment, it's clear that your language level is okay, but your knowledge of IELTS essays or just academic essays in general is quite weak. But okay, 5.0, intermediate B1, certainly not a bad attempt. Seems like the candidate is at the beginning of his IELTS journey, but okay. So I hope you enjoyed this breakdown of this candidate's writing. If you think I'm wrong about anything about my marks, or if you have any other comments or questions, please do let me know in the comments section. Also, if you would like me to check your IELTS writing and give you a score and explain, some of your strengths and weaknesses, or if you would like a speaking test, practice speaking test with feedback, all for free, then you can request this in my Telegram chat. A link to that Telegram chat is in the description below. But for now, I will leave it there. Enjoy the rest of your Saturdays and see you all soon. Bye-bye.